A historic night tonight in high school football. It's the end of an era for Saint Ignatius head coach Chuck Kyle. Nick Camino joins me now. And Nick, wow, what an incredible send-off tonight. This was a really big deal. Such an honor for him.
Such a special night at Wasmer Field on the campus of Saint Ignatius High School. I mean, this was something that I don't think a lot of us could believe, because there was never a game that was played at Wasmer Field for Coach Chuck Kyle, and he did it tonight, right? There is not a name more synonymous than Chuck Kyle, and I'll tell you what, his Wildcats got busy here, up 10-7, under a minute to go in the game. Canada North, the team they were playing, attempting a game-tying field goal. Brandon Webster blocks it for the Wildcats. The return was called back for an illegal block in the back. It wouldn't matter. St. Ignatius a winner, 10-7 in Coach Chuck Kyle's final regular season game. What an evening. Immediately after the game, our cameras were there for the post-game celebration. Coach Chuck Kyle, I mean, what a legend, just taking in the moment with his team. A lot of fans were there, alumni, former players. They had never played a game, as I said, at Wasmer Field. It was such a cool feel there to be there for the night. What was going through the coach's mind through all of this?
Humbling, to be honest, very humbling. I'm glad they feel I've had a small part of their lives that helped, that contributed at that point, playing football. And okay, they were young, and they come back and feel that helped them along the way. That's just a wonderful feeling and a wonderful honor to sense that.
Oh, it was so great being there tonight over at Wasmer Field. Congratulations to Coach Chuck Kyle. A reminder here, Laura, this is not his final game now, okay? The Wildcats are going to the OHSAA playoffs, which start next week. I think the Wildcats will be in for a deep run. You know they want to still win for the coach, so should be a fun ride for them, but just a cool event being there. As you know, me and Dave Chudowski were there pregame. Jim Donovan did some great stuff with Coach leading up to this night. Just a really cool night to be a part of. Great for Maureen Kyle and her family as well.
Yeah, and he's such an incredible pillar in this community. Legendary, as we keep saying.
Class act the whole
100%.
way. Yeah, absolutely.
Listen, stick around.
I will do that.
Because we'll need you for sports.
Okay, that's all I'm here for, though, okay?
Okay, that's fine. Very good. Nick, thanks. Well, thousands showed up tonight to celebrate the end of Coach Kyle's remarkable career with St. Ignatius. Our Bree Buckley has more from the sideline as fans shared what Coach Kyle truly means to them.
It was a night to honor a local legend.
You know, when you think of St. Ignatius, you think of Coach Kyle.
I mean, I'm getting chills as we speak, you know, about Chuck Kyle, about his legacy, about everything he's going to be doing.
Thousands filled Wasmer Field, where the Wildcats typically practice, converted for Friday night lights and Coach Chuck Kyle's last regular season game.
I wasn't quite sure how they would pull this off, but it's kind of a nice send-off right from the home base.
So many of his former players, students, and even classmates celebrating his legacy.
Who'd have thunk back then that Chuck would have taken over as the new legend? But we're so proud of him and want to give him a good send-off.
Tonight, it's really just the fruits of the labor of all the 40 years that he's, worked for to build up the respect and the reputation for the St. Ignatius program.
The head football coach, track and field coach, and English teacher, touching countless lives over the years, some even thanking him and the school for changing their lives forever.
We are married because of St. Ignatius.
And how did that happen?
We worked together in Columbus, and he had a St. Ignatius high school football t-shirt on one day, and I am from this area, and I stopped dead in my tracks and turned around, and I said, oh my gosh, you went to St. Ignatius? And he said, no, they're my favorite high school football team. And the rest, 18 years later, we have a sophomore here who's one of the managers on this football team, and here we are.
Now, about 3,500 fans showed up tonight to fill the stadium. This, of course, won't be the last time they'll get to see him coach. He'll be in the playoffs as well. In Cleveland, Bree Buckley, 3 News.